Good evening from Philadelphia and the city of brotherly love. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bulls guard Jay Williams. And here on South Broad Street, Jay, the spectrum used to reverberate. You can say the same now for Wells Fargo Center.
And you know what, Ed? All you need is a little bit of patience and a couple of top NBA draft picks, and you find guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid that will forever change the face of your franchise.
These days, it feels like 1983 in South Philly. The Charlotte Hornets begin the game with the basketball. Sets him up, flushes down the slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Embiid. He gets it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Hornets right now in possession. Lobs it up. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Oops, he missed the first one. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
I can't believe he missed that, but look, you have to stay connected to him defensively or he'll eat you alive.
He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
P.J. Tucker at the line for 2 shots. A career 74% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first.
NBA Season 102022 Game 6. Games and highlights will on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2022.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Charlotte basketball. Miles Bridges to Rozier. Rozier rocking the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Rozier into the front court. They're down 3. Has a look. Rozier shot no good. To P.J. Tucker. Curling inside. Gordon Hayward sends it away. Picked up. Here we go. Rozier with it. Down 3. P.J. Tucker. Huge block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Screen coming. Not today. To Embiid. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
He was hacked. They let it go. To Embiid. And finishes strong.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Knocked loose. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
The NBA Season 102022 Game 6 matchup is now live streaming on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2022.
The lead is down to 6.
Game 6 Charlotte Hornets 1-4 Philadelphia 76ers 3-2.
5 seconds to shoot. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets it in the left corner to Rozier. Going to launch beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Miles Bridges. Great feed. Sets it up. A big finish at the rim.
And easy too. Get back on defense.
Embiid. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Nothing going here on that drive. It's a big finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Miles Bridges. Not that time. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Stepping in for the 76ers, number 15.
Tobias Harris rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Trying to cash in. Almost, but no good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Sixers controlling. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Cash is in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Nothing going here on that drive. Off the penetration, almost, but no good. To Miles Bridges. Got it. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Rebound taken by the Sixers. That's going to be out of bounds. Harris. Hornets have the basketball. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
The drive. Right to the basket. Deep two there, won't go.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
It goes down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Now a steal by Philly. Taking advantage of the turnover.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Gomez unable to connect. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Oubre. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
To Millsap. Paul Millsap missed his first. That one goes.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for three. Tucker, dead on three-point shooter. Tough to guard.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Finish that.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
The follow won't go either. P.J. Tucker with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
For the Philadelphia 76ers, number 50, Montrezl Harrell.
Nice finish at the rim.
You have to understand something. If you want to win this game, there should be one rule and one rule only. You never give up easy buckets, even if you have to give a hard foul. Make him earn it at the charity stripe.
To P.J. Tucker, off the assist.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
And a throwdown. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one, maybe throw a zone, maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Can't connect from inside. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. And a great start for the 76ers. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Count the basket inside.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Hornets at the controls of this one. To Hayward. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
And he finishes at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. Hayward gets it in the right corner. Count it.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession now.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Hayward. Gordon Hayward. That's how it's done. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Tucker. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
And count the basket.
And the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Nice finish at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Pass stolen by the Hornets. Knocked loose. Sixers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Hayward. Slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Gets to the basket and scores.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Hayward. Montrezl Harrell swats it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Hayward. Here comes the screen. To Hayward. Throws it down. Sixers call for time as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. And the finish at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
James Harden at the controls. And the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Miles Bridges. Shot from the lane won't go. Whoa, what a finish. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
P.J. Tucker able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Miles Bridges. From the painted area, won't go down. Harden in possession. The lead is 11. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Cashes in for two.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Charlotte with the basketball. To Rozier. Hayward. To Miles Bridges. Paul Millsap pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Mason Plumlee tips it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
To Hayward. Here comes the screen. Hayward. Over to the right side. Baseline drive. Runner's good there.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Millsap. Mason Plumlee snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Tucker. To Harden. Fires the three. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
To Harden. James Harden. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Doesn't get the bounce. Tucker. They'll work it down to Millsap. They call a 3-second violation.
For Philadelphia.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for Charlotte, number 50.
To Hayward. Joel Embiid sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. Hayward. To Miles Bridges. The Hornets with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Cleared out by Embiid. To Harden. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Tucker powers it through. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Here comes the screen. Tobias Harris with a piece.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Has a look. Shot by Plumlee, no good. Harden to Tobias Harris. And count the basket inside.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Miles Bridges. Hayward. And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Hornets right now in possession. To Hayward. Knocks it down from mid-range.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Ah, the monster stuff. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Time to shuffle things up.
For the Charlotte Hornets, number 51.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Tucker. Hayward. Joel Embiid sends it away.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And a pass taken away by Charlotte.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
To P.J. Tucker. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
Tobias Harris.
To Miles Bridges. To Hayward. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. For 3, tough shot. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Trying to cash in. Shot for Plumlee. He missed it.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on the three-point play. Percent at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Oh, they called the foul.
Just a tic-tac foul.
Joel Embiid. That's his second personal foul. Team foul.
Driving right to the basket. Hayward. Wide open look, won't go. Deep three at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The 76ers entered the locker room with a comfortable lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Charlotte Hornets have dug themselves a bit of a hole after two quarters. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Charlotte Hornets.
Game track. Blocks.
The Philadelphia 76ers came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Tucker and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game. I got him. Here we go. In the stands. He's coming. In the stands.
To P.J. Tucker.
Cutter. Coming through.
To Harden. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Tobias Harris. Huge block. They've got it back. Philadelphia with the basketball. Embiid to P.J. Tucker. Hayward. Terrific vision. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Lays it up and in.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Joel Embiid rejects it. That's his third block this evening. Miles Bridges. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
Harden. Baseline drive, but he can't finish.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
To Embiid. Oh, emphatic slam.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
And look out.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To P.J. Tucker. Harris. Curling inside. Mason Plumlee with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
To Rozier.
I got him. Shuts up.
Short jumper stays out. To Harden. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Get your money.
Charlotte basketball.
Let's go.
Miles Bridges to Rozier. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
The assist from number 24.
Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a bundle. Tobias Harris swats it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Harden. And 2 points to the board.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
The drive right to the basket. To Rozier. From the outside, no good. To Tobias Harris. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
To Embiid. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead.
Self-check.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. To Harden. Mason Plumlee able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. From long range. No good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Lets it fly from long range. Contested shot. Miles Bridges off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Rozier into the front court. His guys down big. Joel Embiid pins it. Fourth this contest.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Miles Bridges slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
4-3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. He's 3 for 7.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Hornets have the basketball. Joel Embiid tips it. Ooh, 5 now.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Shot for James Harden. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out. And too much contact.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. Stepping in for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 15.
Can't miss those. Harden with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I know I've seen this many times in various mixtapes. Add that one to the list, too.
Oh, you've got to get that one to go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Defense making the ball handler work. Embiid to Millsap. And takes it away. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
Number 20, Gordon Hayward.
Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air. Incredible. 6 tonight. Millsap defended by the lefty Oubre. Nothing going here on that drive. Millsap to Harden. Five on the shot clock. Harden. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended. Deep left corner. To Hayward. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. The pass set it all up.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Joel Embiid sends it away. Make that 7.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Rebound to Oubre. To Hayward. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 10, Mario Summer. Entering the game.
From the painted area, won't go down. Backcourt.
Backcourt violation for the 76ers.
To Hayward. Short jumper misses. To Embiid. And stuffs it home.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
And scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden to Millsap. Fires the 3, and Paul Millsap knocks it down even with a hand in his face.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
The pass taken away. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. To Millsap.
I got him.
Paul Millsap. 3 for 6 now.
No. See, this is where I lose my mind. If you have that height, you got to throw that one down with authority. Send a message.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
76ers are in penalty.
Paul Millsap with a piece. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Paul Millsap. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That's the end of the third quarter, and the 76ers have to be feeling good. Hornets with the first possession here in the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Gotta shoot that. Gotta shoot that.
Oh, Millsap sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Going to launch beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good. Sixers have the basketball. And coasting in for two.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver.
Knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Subbing in for Charlotte, number 12, Terry Rozier.
Miles Bridges to Rozier. Has a chance and scores on the step back. Unguardable Jet.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harris to the basket, but his shot stays out.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the ref to blow the whistle.
Rises for the slam.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
The assist from
Miles Bridges. And scores. Strong take.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Well, you can't do that.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
substitutions, Charlotte. Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Sixers have it. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Harden shoots. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Into the game for Philadelphia, number 15.
James Harden. Huge block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Count the basket at the rim.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Driving right to the basket. Oh, straight down the middle for two.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
And the basket good at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Hornets snare the rebound. Screen coming. To Miles Bridges. Joel Embiid rejects it. 9 blocks.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Rozier. Won't go. Harden into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Embiid.
I'm in.
Harden to P.J. Tucker. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Hornets at the controls of this one. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
And counted at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Miles Bridges. Hayward. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Miles Bridges. Beyond the arc for 3. Contested shot. Miles Bridges off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Rozier with it. His guys down big. To Hayward. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Has a look. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Defense, let's go.
To Miles Bridges. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Joel Embiid with the block. Make that 11. Tobias Harris swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Now Bridges up to block the shot. That ball's out of bounds off the Hornets. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a bundle.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
To Harden. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Rozier into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Hayward. And throws it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Tobias Harris. Nothing going here on that drive. Harden. To Tobias Harris. Fires the three. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Nothing going here on that drive. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Embiid over to the right side. For three. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Embiid to Harden. Down to 5 on the 24 to Tobias Harris. From long range, they snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. That one's going to be out of bounds. Hayward to Miles Bridges. Hayward. Big finish at the rim.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Sixers control it. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
Deep three at the buzzer. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. the 76ers came away with the victory in this one. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being so aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Hornets just couldn't get within striking distance toward the end of the game. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. The Charlotte Hornets got their score from the guys you're seeing here on screen.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Joel Embiid was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Game 6 Utah Jazz 1-0-1 Denver Nuggets 1-1-7 final.
Three of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Game 6 Houston Rockets 1-1-1 Portland Trail Blazers 1-2-5 final.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.
Game 6 New Orleans Pelicans 1-1-1 Phoenix Suns 1-2-4 final.